Hi everyone, this is Dr. Mehran Hassanpour. I'm going to be your instructor for this course, College Algebra Math 1414 V33 for summer session 2. I just want to kind of introduce myself to hopefully everybody can see who you'll be dealing with this semester, this summer session. I will put this video for you. Probably uploaded in your Start Here page on your Blackboard page, Blackboard shell for this course, and hopefully you can kind of take a look at it and get to be introduced to myself and the course also. Most likely I will also have a Zoom meeting, probably the second day. Obviously we can't communicate together until this Wednesday coming up for our first day of summer session. So most likely on the next day, which will be Thursday, there will be a Zoom meeting to kind of, again, touch base a little bit and go over some of the policies that I may talk about in this video, and just to see if you have any concerns, comments, what have you. Anyway, I now will give you the information for the ID for the Zoom meeting too, so you can get in there, and hopefully, and most likely it's going to be probably from 10 to 10:50 in the morning, this coming up Thursday. But I'll give you more information. I'll probably send you a Blackboard message to give you the exact detail, the timing, and all that for your Zoom meeting. Okay, so but I'll try to cover some of this stuff right now today in this video, so that way you can also have it here. Okay. Anyway, as I said, my name is Dr. Mehran Hassanpour. I've been in this college, STC, for over 25 years or so. Since fall of 1995, I've been teaching mathematics at this college. And of course, I had about 12 years of part-time teaching experience in universities and colleges before I came to STC. And so anyway, I've been teaching higher level math in the college and university levels for altogether maybe over close to 35 or 37 years or so. So I just want to quickly talk about the way this course is going to run. So as you open your, so what I suggest, of course, is obviously you start with the Start Here page on your Blackboard shell, and right on the top you'll see my the instruction information, which again will have some of my background information. Then also some of the expectation from you as a student, what I expect from you, and also what can you expect from me, okay? So those, let me right now mention that it is very, very important. I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with taking online courses. And of course, there's some things we have to learn together as far as how things work. But there are certain things you definitely want to make sure that you do, of course, and that is one thing you definitely want to do, and I'm sure that's true for any online course. You have to constantly check your Blackboard messaging. You have to always check your email. When I say always, constantly, I'm talking about sometimes 3-4 times a day, not a week, per day. Especially taking a summer 2 class, as you know, the whole thing is going to go through less than 5 weeks, which means that basically there's not a whole lot of time to wiggle around or waste, okay? So you're going to have to basically get with the program, otherwise it will pass you by. So it is no excuse for you to tell me, oh, sir, I didn't check my message, okay? So as an online student, you are obligated to constantly check your Blackboard message, check your email message. So if I announce the date of, let's say, exam, and I usually try to give you 1 week advance notice, so make sure that when I announce it, make sure you see it. Now, if you don't check your Blackboard message, and then 2 days later tell me, oh, sir, I'm sorry, I didn't check my message. I know there was a test. Unfortunately, nothing I can do for you, okay? Because there are no makeups. Also, your assignments, which we'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. So the assignment that you're supposed to turn in, which are labeled as turning assignments, those again have due dates. So if you don't check your message, if you don't know when the due dates are, and the due date passed by, that's pretty much it. You're out of luck. We cannot accept them. Okay, so one of the responsibility of a student in online classes, of course, to make sure very, very often, very regularly, check your Blackboard messages, check your email messages. If you have any concern about anything, not clear about something, please send me a Blackboard message. I'm pretty good. I usually check my messages 2, 3, 4 times a day. Or you can even email me. You have my email address on your syllabus, in your book, in your Blackboard shell. You see the syllabus on the bottom of your Start Here page. Also check into that syllabus, because you will see the book information, the textbook that is required. That will be the grading policy, which we'll talk quickly about in a minute. All that is there, okay? So the syllabus is very important. So you can kind of see some of the policies and dates, and not too much of a dates, but actually the expectation and stuff like that. You, especially the textbook, required textbook, and you need the textbook as soon as possible, because starting the first day on Wednesday, you'll as you open up your course content page in your Blackboard shell, you see the first assignment. You'll have 1 week to turn it in, and I believe the due date for the first assignment will be July 15th, which is pretty much 1 week after the school starts. Okay, so that will be available starting the first day. So you can still work, you can start working on it, but the due date for your very first turning assignments will be on July 15th. Okay, and let me right now just mention that the turning assignments are different than homework assignments. So turning assignments, obviously, as the name suggests, you have to turn them in, and there is a grade associated with them. I think altogether, all the turning assignments you turn in, there will be 100 points, which is pretty much 20% of your grade will come from those turning assignments. Okay, now homework assignments are for you to practice with, and I do suggest you work on them, because my tests, all the problems in my midterm exam and the final exam will be very similar to your homework assignments. Now, the homework, you work them, you write them down on a notebook just for your own practice. You don't have to turn those homework assignments, okay? Only the turning assignments is what you're turning, which will be for grades. As you open your course content page, you'll see, of course, that the sections we hope to cover this semester. As you see the section, there is also written videos next to it, because each section I have provided you with some videos from the textbook itself. They should be helpful. And also you'll see the homework assignments written right on for each section on your course content page. Please make sure you work on the homework. If you do have questions about the homework, let me know, please. Send me a little message, and I try to make you a YouTube. I do have a YouTube channel myself, so I can make you a YouTube video for that, explain that problem, and I can post it, upload it on your course content page, okay? So make sure, please, let me know anytime you need some help on any homework. Now, I cannot answer or make video for the problems in your turning assignments. Of course, those you'll be graded, so I can work those for you, but they should be very similar to the homework anyway. But the homework assignments, if you have any question from any of them, or even any related topic to the homework, please don't hesitate to let me know, so I can hopefully try to explain it in some kind of YouTube video, okay? Now, there is also CLE. I'm sure you'll see some information about the virtual help, tutoring help you can get from CLE. We may even have a SI that I've requested to be part of this course, which means the SI, of course, stands for supplemental instructions, which means that we'll have an additional topic, additional person, of course, in addition to all the tutors available in CLE, that can actually help us more directly with our course. Okay, so all that information, I'm sure, will be written on your Start Here page in your Blackboard shell. Okay, so right now I just want to quickly talk about that this semester you will be given definitely 2 tests. One will be called midterm, which should be maybe a couple of weeks into semester. As I said, I will send you. There is no date for that written already on your Blackboard shell, but I will announce about maybe a week before the midterm exam when to expect it. That is why it's important for you to always constantly check your Blackboard messaging and email messaging. Make sure you follow and check the deadlines, and make sure you follow the deadlines, okay? And then, of course, there'll also be a final exam. So the midterm exam and the final exam, each worth 30% of your grade. And then you have 20% of your grade will come from all your turning assignments that you're turning throughout the summer session. And then the other 20%, 14% of it will come from the written report, which I've explained in your Start Here page. And also 6% your grade will come from the presentation on the report that you write. Okay, so I explained those a little bit more in detail in your Start Here page. Let me right now mention that please read every line, every word in the Start Here page very carefully. Last semester, well, this summer session 1, I've had few people who basically ignored that warning, did not read the line by line in the Start Here page, and of course they keep missing the deadline, they keep misunderstanding things. So this is why I put a very detailed information in your Start Here page, explaining all the expectation policy, how the course is going to run. Please make sure you read it line by line. If you don't understand something, ask me. Don't ignore it. Do read it. If you don't read it, as they say, the ignorance of the law is no excuse for breaking it. So you can't tell me, well, sir, I'm sorry, I didn't read that or I didn't see that. It's there for you to see. That's why I included there so you can read it very carefully. And if you have any questions, of course, let me know, okay? So I don't want to make this video too long. I know it's already over 10 minutes, so I'm not sure how long it takes for me to upload this video. But either way, as I said, I'm here to help you, but there are a lot of responsibility, especially in online classes, on the students. We have to also always communicate with each other. We can't solve any problem unless we are communicating, okay? So hopefully this video will give you a little bit of guidance into what we're going to be expecting. Again, all the policies or expectations are written on the Start Here page. And make sure, please, read that very carefully. The use of course, scientific calculus only can be used in this course. Also during the exam. Most likely your exam will be 3 hours because we're only going to have 2 exams, midterm and a final. And there are a lot of sections going to be part of the exam. So most likely there will be 3-hour exams. Of course, I'll give you the information about the date of the exams. Well, the final exam obviously is going to be the August, I believe the 8th, which is the last day of summer session. Or actually August 7th, I believe. August the 7th, the last day of summer session. That's when your final exam going to be. But as far as the midterm exam, I will make announcement at least a week in advance notice when to expect it. That's why you always have to keep checking your Blackboard messages and email messages, okay? So other than that, I don't have much else to say because most of the stuff is, again, pretty much explained. Just a quick thing about the written report. The written report, again, you do have the whole summer session to put it together. I believe it has to be minimum of 5 pages long, including a cover sheet, also one sheet at the end for your sources. You do have to use minimum of 3 different sources. And so basically you talk about life of a mathematician. That's pretty much the topic. Any mathematician, you don't have to get my okay as long as they're mathematicians. You can write about their life. Do make sure you include enough about their mathematical accomplishments. In other words, what kind of field of mathematics they researched, what was some of the theory or accomplishment that they did achieve, okay? Again, it's not due until end of the summer session. The day you take your final exam, I think you have till end of that day to turning, in case you haven't already, turn your written report. Also, by the same due date, you do have to include anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes video, and that's going to be your presentation part of the report. So whatever you write, you can explain in your own words what you found out about that particular mathematician you wrote about, and that's what we call the report presentation, okay? And that you're gonna have to make a video, selfie, I guess, or whatever you call it, of yourself explaining the report that you wrote, okay? And that is going to be 6% of your grade come from the presentation part of that report, and of course 14% will come from your written part itself that you're turning. And that I do suggest you turning your written report through email instead of Blackboard messaging, okay? So again, all that is written in your Start Here page, so read it carefully, please. I'm sure we'll talk more on probably this Thursday coming up, which is the day after the school starts. We'll give you send you a little message as far as when your Zoom meeting going to be that Thursday. So I try to record it also just in case, but it's probably better to be there live. So make sure if you can, please try to attend that Zoom meeting, okay? Other than that, I'm going to say bye for now, and then hopefully talk to you soon on Thursday for the Zoom meeting, or anytime, any concern, any question, any issue you have, please send me a Blackboard message or email message. Summer being so quickly, I will try to answer or respond within 24 hours. Usually we say within 48 hours. But because being summer, of course, I try to respond within 24 hours, okay? Well, hopefully I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.